Hi everyone, it's Jasmine Empath with another pick a card reading. This reading is called Who is the Psychic Vampire in Your Life? And we are asking that we are able to identify that, but also how do we deal with that person? So, as usual, I'm just going to ask you to take a couple of minutes to take a deep breath. Get yourself kind of centered and go whatever pile of cards or whatever crystal you're drawn to. We have pile number 1, which is the clear quartz. We have pile number 2, which is the spirit quartz. And we've got pile number 3, which is the fluorite. Okay. This will be timestamped in the box below, as well as any details that you may need should you wish to get in touch to have a private reading with me. Okay, so let's get started. So those of you who chose number 1, this is your reading. So who is the psychic vampire in your life and what can you do to deal with them? So the first card you have here is vulnerability. This is from the Mermaid Oracle card deck. Yemea, which is Grandmother Ocean Primordial. Let's see. From the Work Your Light Oracle, you have got Trust the Niggle. Protection. From the Gothic Tarot of Vampires, you have got the Nine of Swords. 10 of Cups. And from the Everyday Witch Tarot deck, you have got the Nine of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. So I'm going to read the tarot cards first. So I'm just going to pop these to the side. And we'll go into these a little bit more in depth. So what's interesting here is that we've got 2 nines. Okay, you've got 9 of Pentacles and you have got the 9 of Swords. Okay, and in traditional tarot, we're talking about this deck here, in traditional tarot, the 9 of Swords is usually when we become affected by anxiety, depression, worry, our own fears kind of paralyzes, and this is the kind of feeling that I'm picking up with this group. You're feeling paralyzed by your own fears, your own anxiety with regards to this person. I feel like this is a toxic relationship of some kinds. What's interesting about this card is you can see the angel in the background here. The angel in the background, and the angel has a sword, and that automatically makes me think of Archangel Michael. Notice how the woman is kind of sitting in front of this vampire. He's chained, he can't really hurt her. She's sitting in front of him, and it's almost like she's kind of like facing her fears. She's facing the thing that she fears the most. And I feel like she's really vulnerable here. I feel for this group that you're in particular, you're either dealing with a person that you were once very close to, and I feel like this, for some of you, it may be like a close friend that's no longer a friend, or it may be an ex-partner, someone who is like as a soulmate, yeah. So I feel as if it's either a very close friend, and for some of you, I feel as if this could be a close relationship. Now the reason that I'm kind of going here with this is because we've got the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups is all about kind of happy memories, And this can be indicative of soulmate energy coming in. Particularly memories, it's got a very much like a childlike energy, you know, so this may be someone that you have known a long time. If it's a friend, it may be someone that you have known a long time. Or it could be someone that you have got a lot of history with. So I feel like with this person here, I feel like you do have like a lot of happy memories with them. I feel like there was a time where you may have felt like this was a really good relationship. It was a happy relationship, but I feel like maybe like what I'm kind of also feeling about this is like a lot of psychic vampires like to be the person to give things. Okay, so sometimes they're all, but in particular, some types of psychic vampires are always the people who are over giving. And it's really so that they can have a hold over you, or to make you feel obligated so that you'll do something for them back. So I'm feeling that this is that type of connection. I feel as if this person perhaps would talk you into things that you maybe didn't want. They would maybe try to kind of give you things that you didn't really want or need, but you felt as if you couldn't say no to them because you felt like you would be hurting them. What I'm also kind of getting here from this card is that you see that this man that's handing the girl the flowers. What I'm kind of getting from that is that he is significantly taller than her, and that makes me feel like you know this person has more feels as if like they've got more power over you. If you look down the bottom, you've got a little cat kind of tugging onto her dress. And that tells me that like little cat's kind of like warning her. It's kind of like the wee voice within her that's saying like, don't do that, you know, say something. And I feel like the blue dress as well is kind of pointing me towards the throat chakra. You know, speak up and say no, thank you. I don't need this. So I feel as if this was someone who, although they may have been a friend, although they may have been helpful at some times, they maybe overstayed their welcome. They drained your energy that way. They overstayed their welcome. They overgave. They made you feel as if like speaking up and saying no thanks, I don't want to spend time with you, or I don't need this, but thanks for the offer was going to hurt them. So I feel as if like they got their energy that way. I also feel like this person is someone who was a bit of an attention seeker. Okay, now one of the ways, I mean, there's all different types of like energy vampires, and the ways that they will, you know, drain energy or take energy for themselves is different depending on you know what type and what they do. But some will draw energy from other people by trying to gain attention, and I feel like this person would play up in a social gathering. I feel like when it came to this person, they only wanted you for themselves, okay? So they were only ever interested in this interaction between you and them, okay? I feel like, you know, if there was maybe a crowd, they only really wanted you for themselves. They did not like being around like a bigger crowd. Um, they had like their own demons. I feel like they had their own insecurities, and perhaps they had some kind of mental health issues that they were dealing with. But I feel like whenever they were maybe in a crowd or they had to share with you something, they had to draw the attention from that. They had to be the one in control. And the way that they got in control was they used to play up by kind of exaggerating illnesses. I feel like this person always kind of came off worse. They would always be the person who would maybe trip up and sprain their ankle or do something like that that would kind of provoke sympathy or you know that kind of thing, or they would kind of faint. I feel very much that type of energy from this person. Um, and I feel like this person also got in the way of you having like stable relationships. Okay, like I feel like for those of you who identify with this person who may have been like a friend. I feel like what I'm seeing for some of you is that this friend kind of got in the way of you having like a happy relationship with someone. So they would perhaps, whenever you saw this person, or you were dating someone, they would start to pick holes in your relationship or start to kind of devalue that person that you were dating, so that you would maybe like aim to kind of see you in a like see them in a bad light, so you would change your mind. I'm also getting that for some of you, like this person, like this is just for some of you, it won't be for all of you, but the message I'm getting that for some of you, this person may have been a friend who was the opposite sex who was interested in you. For some of you, it could even have been the same sex, but this person was interested in you and did not like you getting close to anyone else out of fear that you were going to have a relationship with someone and that they were going to get left behind. I feel very much that this person was, although they deeply admired you, they were incredibly jealous. And I feel like that's really what's happening here. Is like they see you as this kind of woman who has it all. Now, some of you may not be a woman, but like there's a woman in the card, or like a person, and maybe a man that's got it all. If you're a man that's watching this person kind of saw you as this person who has absolutely everything that they need. Look at like the coins in the tree. You've got enough money. Um, you know, you've got that kind of vitality about you. And I feel like they really put you in a pedestal. They perhaps wanted to be you, they perhaps wanted to date you. But I get this kind of, I also get this feeling of jealousy because I feel like they couldn't be like that. So I feel like there's this kind of feeling where, you know, on one hand they're idolizing you, and then on the other hand they are like pulling you down. They're like demonizing you. So I feel like this person has like a lot of unresolved issues. Um, I do feel as if this person may have had some problems with mental health, and the way that they see the world, like they can't do this. Like it's either black and white. Okay, it's either black and white. They either love you or they hate you, and they really struggle with that in between. They can't really deal with that. What I'm seeing is that they can't really, they don't really know how to make themselves happy. They don't know how to be this person here. Okay, they don't really know how to have this for themselves. So when they see you with it, I feel like you become the focus of their anger, you become the focus of their jealousy, their rage. But I feel like it's controlled in a sense, like it's not been, it's very silent. They're not coming out and being forthright. They're not telling you that they're triggered. They are, I feel like they're kind of operating behind a mask. And this is what's making this connection so toxic and deadly, because you can't, perhaps, you know, this is what it's appearing to be on the surface. Okay, this is what it's appearing to be on the surface. You're not seeing how deadly this is underneath. So I feel like the psychic vampire in your life is highly likely a close friend more than someone that you're in a relationship with. Although for some of you it could be. And I'm just going to have a look at your oracle cards. So, how can you deal with this person? Well, the first one of the cards we have here is protection from the Work Your Light oracle. It says protection, call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So this is telling you exactly what you need to do. You need to give yourself some space from this person. Okay, if you haven't done already, it may be time to let go of this person before they can do any more damage. Um, and what you need to do is you need to cut the emotional cords with them. I do have a video on that I can link down below. Yeah, and you need to call back your power, cut the cords so they can no longer I feel like they drain you from a distance, okay? So I feel like it's not, I feel like when you're around them, it's very hard work. They are very draining, but I feel also that they leave you feeling really flat, okay? And I feel like even after you spend any time with them, I feel like you still feel tired. You still feel as if you've kind of got no get up and go. So you need to kind of cut the auric cords that are connecting you to this other person. You've got trust and niggle. So I'm feeling like you probably know this. You probably know this already. And if you haven't kind of called for having space between this person, this is like a strong suggestion that you do. Trust and niggle, like you maybe can't explain like what it is that you feel around this person, but you know that it isn't right. You know that it upsets your energy. You know you don't feel comfortable around them. You know that like sometimes you would rather make an excuse than spend time with them, but you don't know how to tell them. And it's saying that basically that, there's something here that you are needing to be aware of. So it's saying trust the niggle. What is a niggling feeling trying to tell you? Okay, it's trying to tell you that they're toxic. It's trying to tell you that they're draining your energy. And you know what? Sometimes it doesn't matter how good this person's in, it doesn't matter how good the person's intentions are. Some people do need to kind of go off on their own journey and they need to do their own healing. And now that may be for you, that may be for them, but sometimes we have to get to a point where we're no longer allowing someone to affect our energy, to drain our energy. We can't be responsible for this person as much as you may care for them, as much as you maybe wish, um, as much as you feel love and friendship towards them. You can't do this work for them. You can only work on you. You can only like work on changing your energy and making yourself stronger. And I really believe that if you do the work on you, that person is either not going to be able to stay in your life or they're going to have to work on themselves to be a vibrational match to you. You've got vulnerability. Open your heart and allow yourself to be tender. I feel like sometimes this person makes you feel like you're shutting yourself down. Okay, I feel like you end up going into yourself with this person. Okay, so I feel like you kind of retract your energy. Like when you're around this person, you feel like you shrink. Okay, so it's saying be vulnerable, open your heart, allow yourself to be tender. I feel like this could be tender with yourself, like allowing yourself this time to heal. Okay, don't feel guilty about it. Um, but perhaps get out of this, relationship or friendship, whatever it is, before it becomes difficult to heal, before it becomes difficult to heal the bond between you, before it becomes difficult to forgive this person. Um, get out of it while you still like them, while you still care for them. Because what I'm seeing is that the longer you stay in this connection, the more you're going to distrust the people around you, the more you're going to actually, when you actually do meet like-minded people and there's a chance for friendship, you're going to step back rather than be vulnerable with people and share moments with others. We've got the Yemea here, and it says Grandmother Ocean Primordial. I feel as if this is really about nurturing yourself and giving yourself that love, okay? Give yourself that self-love, that protection. Look at the way that she's holding, like she's kind of like cradling this little baby. It's like she's going to protect it from every type of harm that can possibly come its way. It's just her and that child. And I feel like this is the way you should be towards yourself, okay, while you're recovering for this kind of energy, while you're doing the protection work, you're cutting the cords, like, you're going to have to be really kind of tender with yourself. You're going to have to really nurture yourself, because this, you know, coming away from this person is going to make you feel like a horrible person, okay? You know, the way that they are going to react, or the way that they are reacting, is going to make you feel really shitty. And it, like, there's like a guilt trip there. So you're going to have to focus on yourself, as if, like, the way you would focus on a child and the way you would protect a child from harm. That's the way you're going to have to focus in on yourself for a while. Okay, you're going to have to nurture yourself. You're going to have to, I feel like you're going to have to, like, build up a shield around you. Okay, when you're cutting the cords between you and this other person, you're going to have to scan your aura for any breaks or tears or any kind of attachments to this person that may have rooted, or there could be more than one attachment to this person. Okay, you will probably find that you have got a cord attached to them at the solar plexus, but you may have cords in other places, and it's really important to scan your body for those. So my suggestion would be to distance yourself from this person, cut the cords, protect yourself, do every day kind of basic psychic protection. I'm also being drawn to rose quartz for you, because rose quartz is going to help you with that self-love and forgiveness towards yourself. If you're feeling particularly bad about ending this connection, but it's also going to remind you to be kind to yourself. I feel like you should surround yourself with kind of pink light. Imagine like your aura is radiating this beautiful kind of rose pink sparkly light that you can only attract love in. And I feel like even adding rose petals to a bath, or some rose essential oil, some lavender, I feel like that's going to help raise your vibration as well. So that group one is how I feel you should deal with a psychic vampire. If you would like more information on psychic protection, make sure you're following my psychic protection series here on YouTube. I am uploading videos every couple of days and uncovering how to protect yourself from psychic attack, dealing with psychic vampires, basic techniques to protect yourself, as well as some other advanced techniques. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe to my channel so that you get to see all those. And I look forward to seeing you in the next reading. For those of you who picked deck number 2, let's see who is a psychic vampire in your life. You have got the Page of Cups, the Two of Swords, you have got the Three of Swords, you've got the High Priestess, you've got Dance with Light from the Work Your Light Oracle card to do something to change your energy, the Selkie Inner Skin from the Mermaid Oracle, the Great Gathering, Visions, Okay, so I'm going to focus in on the tarot cards first. Who is the psychic vampire in your life, and what can you do to deal with them? So, automatically, I feel as if we are looking at a third party situation. So, this could be, when I say a third party situation, this is someone who could be interfering in a relationship that you're currently having, okay, or someone who was interfering with a relationship that you were having. Um, it could also be the person that you were in the relationship with. That's what I'm kind of feeling from this. There is the Three of Swords card is indicative of, bitter disappointment and hurt. I'm getting a best friend here, so this could have been that maybe this again would be a specific message. It's a general reading, so it's not going to be for everybody. But for some of you, I feel as if you may have been cheated on, and maybe your partner cheated on you with someone who you consider to be a friend or someone loyal towards you. Again, that's not for everyone, but I do feel as if there's this third party connection, okay? That could be the psychic vampire, and it could also be the partner that you were with, or if you're still with them. So I feel as if there is that kind of bitter disappointment here, and there has been this decision to kind of, for some of you, I feel as if you left this situation behind. And I feel like maybe some of you are still within this relationship, but you're trying to let this kind of pain and hurt go. You've got the High Priestess, which is all about intuition, you really kind of trusting your intuition. So I feel like when this took place, I feel very much that you kind of already knew deep down in your heart what was going on. I feel like you kind of knew something was up, and I feel like when it happened, you knew exactly who it was with. And I feel like this is like you'll always trust your instinct now. I feel like for some of you, like this could have been pushed off. It could have been like you may have been told not to be so silly. Don't You're overthinking things. No, that would never happen. But really, what I'm seeing here is that your intuition is right. It was right, and don't ever let anybody tell you that it's wrong. Okay, so the Page of Cups here is, now the pages are usually to do with messages, okay, so they can indicate that there's a message coming in. So it could be that this kind of news got to you via a message of some kind, but the Page of Cups is someone who is a little bit immature when it comes to romance and um like everyday life. This is someone who wears their heart on their sleeve. It is like there is like this innocence quality, okay, but I feel as if what is happening within this card in particular, I feel like there's this kind of desire to kind of conform, or a desire to fit in here, and I feel like maybe what you're trying to do is like you're trying not to show the pain, show the hurt that is being caused here by this person or these people, okay? So I feel like this is kind of putting a mask on. Um, yeah, this is like wearing a mask to the world. So it's like, even though you're going through all this trauma, all this heartbreak, that I feel is not completely left. I feel like you're kind of putting on this face to the world. Um, I also get for some of you that this could have been a female who may have been like in the third party, who was perhaps really kind of immature, like not really kind of. I don't want to say they didn't know what they were doing, but maybe they didn't realize the full um consequences of what they were doing. Like this person may have been younger than you, um, maybe younger than your partner, and I feel like maybe they were enjoying the attention within this connection, but although they probably didn't mean to hurt anybody, but they didn't really understand the full impact of what would happen if anyone found out or if it went too far, because they hadn't ever experienced that. They didn't have that kind of wisdom, that knowledge. You know, they were so immature that they probably didn't think anything would happen or that anybody would find out. That wouldn't be a big deal. So because of their inexperience, they caused a great deal of hurt. That's what I'm picking up from that. So I feel as if there is a decision now with the Two of Swords here. I feel like with regards to this situation, you already know that you already know within you like how the situation is going to play out. You already know whether the person that you've been involved with is trustworthy or not. You just need to make a decision whether you're going to follow that intuition or if you're going to stay where you are. So I feel like this is about making a decision. Because I feel like with this intuition here from the High Priestess, you kind of already know. Okay, so you can't really, you're not really blind to this situation. Okay, if you haven't taken action on this, this is about thinking about taking action on it, deciding what you're going to do next. I feel like for some of you, this person could, again, like I do feel as if there is an immaturity here, okay, and that there could be like a little bit of obsession. I feel like this third party connection, this person might even want to be like you, okay. They could be jealous, and I would say like not in like a normal way. Like I feel like maybe they are trying to be like you. Okay, so they've got a fixation on you where they want to be just like you. It is like a type of jealousy, but I feel like they're trying to be whatever they want to be, to kind of be you, and they want to have what you've got. So I feel as if that's where the psychic vampirism is coming in. They're kind of jealous of you, they want what you've got, but also like the partner connection here, like the person that you've been in this relationship with here, I feel like you're like this person's also taking energy from you because they're not um treating you fairly. They're not giving you what they promised they would. Okay, so there's this kind of manipulation here, is what I'm feeling. There's this manipulation, um, and I feel like taking advantage of your good nature. So I feel like this is where they are taking your energy. Now, if we go to the oracle cards here from the Mermaid Oracle card deck, you have got visions, psychic images, clairvoyance, seeing, out of body travel. Also, like you've got the moon here in the background. Now, the moon in tarot is usually things that things that need to be revealed. Okay, so there'll be like an element of truth coming to light. I feel like there's things that you maybe just don't know yet, or when I say that you don't know, I feel like you do know. I feel as if you just don't have the proof of them yet, or maybe someone hasn't, confirmed it. But I really feel as if you know the truth here, and it's about you kind of like getting clear on what your truth is and what you stand for. You've got the Selkie and her skin, reclaiming your authenticity. So I feel like this is about being vulnerable with yourself, and there could be this fear of leaving this behind and starting again, because I feel like where this is damaging you, this is really damaging your self-esteem. Okay, this is really damaging your self-esteem, and there's like a feeling of like not being good enough, not having enough self-worth. I feel like that's how you're feeling right now, and this is kind of like because this shit has happened, and I get the feeling that this isn't the first time that this has happened to you. This is something that has perhaps happened to you in more than one of your relationships, and you're starting to wonder, like, why is this happening to me? And it isn't because of who you are, okay? It's not your fault. It's to do with this. What I'm kind of seeing here is that there's like a cycle here, and there's a pattern that you need to learn from, and it's more to do with your own feelings about yourself. I feel like you don't see yourself as good enough, okay? And so you're not really showing up for yourself in all aspects of your life, and you're putting up with a shitty behavior that just that keeps unfolding. So it's time to kind of really get clear on what it is that you want within a relationship and what values you have. And if someone like sleeping with another person, or dating someone else while they're dating you, if that is not part of your values within a relationship, then you need to stand up for that and perhaps walk away if you need to. So what can we do to deal with this? I feel like you definitely need to trust your intuition here, because it's spot on. And like I said about getting clear on your values and what you're willing to accept within a relationship, what you're willing to accept within yourself. I feel like this is kind of like about exposing the truth as well. So this may be about bringing this situation into the light. This may be about being honest with others about what is happening within your life, within your relationship. See, it's how like she's kind of naked here and she's like wearing the skin. I feel this is about feeling exposed, feeling vulnerable. This is about starting again. I feel very much this is about getting definitely doing some self-love work, maybe even working with a coach to empower you, to allow you to get in touch with who you really are. Really work on the self-love. I really feel like empowerment is something that you need. So I feel like perhaps working with a coach is one way that you could do this. It may be that you take some time to study relationships, as well as your relationship with yourself. I would really recommend the book by Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life, because that deals with like the thoughts that we have about ourselves and how they kind of manifest in our physical reality. So I feel like for this, those of you who chose this group of cards, I feel like this is really kind of about changing your mindset and changing how you feel about yourself. You've also got Dance with Life, so do something to change your energy. Do something that's going to change how you feel. Okay, again, it's about changing about how you feel about yourself. I'm also getting from that you need to raise your vibration. So I know that you are feeling kind of like down a bit of a hole just now because of what's happened, but you need to make that conscious decision to change how you feel about things. I would definitely recommend cutting out the people in your life that are kind of causing this kind of behavior. Okay, I feel like you're going to have to start looking at things which bring you joy and really kind of lift you up. You've also got the Great Gathering. It's all coming together, intuitive hits and soul tribe. So I feel like for those of you who are in this position, like I feel as if this is something that was meant to happen to get you to where you're needing to be. Okay, so Great Gathering, because I feel like for some of you, you're walking away. Some of you are going to go on a retreat after this. When you're kind of dealing with this kind of breakup, kind of leaving this situation behind. Some of you are going on holiday, some of you are getting away somewhere, And I feel like wherever it is that you're going, you're meeting like-minded people who you can relate to. Okay, these people are that have been in your life are not good for you. They're kind of lowering your vibration. They're dragging you down. And I feel like it's really about power and control here, because you have a lot of potential here. You have a lot of potential here to really kind of shine brightly to whatever it is that you intend to do with your life. And I feel like there's a fear there, and that fear could even come from the partner or the ex-partner. You know, kind of worried that if you shine too brightly, that you might leave them, that you might even do some, like, cause some of the behavior that they're doing just now. So you need to work out what your next step is. I do feel for some of you, you're walking away and you're going somewhere. For some of you, this is even like starting dance classes, like doing some new type of exercise. I feel as if it could be very much in touch with the moon as well, like the rhythm of the moon. So some of you may join like something where you're celebrating the moon. I'm getting that for some of you. But whatever it is, it looks as if you're going to be having fun. Okay, group 2. Hope you enjoyed this reading. If you're looking for more information on psychic protection, check out my psychic protection series here on YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Make sure you don't miss any of the videos that are coming up. I'm doing a video every couple of days, and I look forward to seeing you all later. Bye. Okay, group 3. Who is the psychic vampire in your life? Look at the Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, Three of Wands. No, it's not the Three of Wands, sorry. That is the Queen of Wands. We've also got the Lovers. Okay, so this automatically looks like some kind of love connection here. And from your Oracle card, the Mermaid Oracle, you have got Beauty, Grace, Intelligence, Integrity of Form and Spirit. Song of the Siren, the Call, Summoning Voice to Acknowledge. From the Work Your Light deck, you have got Take a Break, A Life's Work Not a Season, Get Off the Treadmill. And you have got Yes, Just Say Yes. Okay, so looking at your card, straight away I'm going to tell you that this is some type of love connection or love interest. This could be someone that you're sleeping with. Now it looks as if like this could be some kind of relationship that is not, there is like a lot of love and passion here, there is a spiritual bond, but I feel as if this is more a karmic relationship. It is not a healthy relationship. With the Queen of Wands here, I feel as if there is a lot of passion, and it's kind of like an unhealthy amount of passion. There's like this need for one another. This kind of, I feel like there's like this codependency aspect. One cannot live without the other is what I'm feeling. There's like this need to be in each other's energy. There's this lot of lust, this lot of kind of sexual desire. But I do feel as if this is a very kind of dark codependent relationship. You've got the King of Pentacles here. Now the King of Pentacles is normally someone who is very steady, stable, abundant, generous. Someone who is also very stubborn. someone who has kind of like worked hard for everything that they've got. When it comes to this connection though, I feel as if this person could be very jealous. Okay, I feel like the need within this relationship is not just one of passion, but I feel as if there is also like financial commitments here. Like I feel like it's not just about the sex, it's not just about like whatever kind of feelings you have for one another. I feel like there is money involved as well, and I feel as if money could be part of the attraction as well. For some of you, I feel as if maybe you're attracted to the money and you can't give it up because there's this stability here which is very attractive to you. I feel like for some of you, you're kind of either like this person is, it could be you that is like you feel very stable with this person financially and therefore you don't want to leave them. Okay, for some of you, it could be the other way about. It could be that this person is latching onto you for money and living the high life. Okay, so this is two different kind of ways that I'm looking at this. So for some of you, I feel like this person is having their cake and eating it, and kind of like using your money, kind of getting the benefit of everything that you've got. I'm actually feeling that for some of you, like the person that you're with is actually married. Okay, and this is actually an affair. Okay, so take what resonates to your situation. Again, this is just a general reading, it's not going to resonate with everyone, but I'm just kind of picking up in different aspects of this for different people. And I feel like this relationship is kind of like, if it's kind of taken over your life, okay? There are things that you want to do, there's things that you want to see, explore. I feel like you want to maybe make some fresh starts here, but there's this kind of threat of leaving all this behind because this relationship is taking precedence in your life, okay? It is taking, like you are giving all to this relationship right now, and there's not much time for anything else because this is taking up so much time, this is taking up so much of your energy, and I feel like this person is literally feeding on you, okay? If this person is married, I do not see them leaving their current partner. Okay, I don't see that happening. I feel like they are literally, enjoying themselves here. They're having their cake, they've got their wine, they've, and I feel like, they've got everything that they really want here. They don't need to kind of give anything up. But I feel for you that there is like you want to take this new start, this new step to this new start. It could be that you're kind of maybe thinking that you're kind of wondering what life is like beyond this relationship, okay? And I feel like for some of you it is getting more tempting, more, it's something that you're thinking about more and more, but you are scared to leave it behind, okay? That is what I'm picking up from that. I feel like when it comes to this person taking your energy, I feel like there is like they're taking it through sex. Okay, I'm seeing it, they're taking it through lust and sex. That's where they're taking it. Remember, every time that you have like sexual relations with someone, or you're getting romantically close to someone, like you will like develop energetic cords to that person, especially if you're sleeping with them. And that's when it can be very difficult to detach yourself from someone that you're sleeping with that is no good for you. Okay, so there's like a pull to this person. So this is where I feel as if they take your energy. but I feel very much like they are kind of like taken from you in all aspects of your life because this relationship has become so consuming. I feel like you have got the beauty card here because it's kind of to remind you who you are. Okay, this is grace, loving, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. I feel as if like this is about your true value, who you really are as a soul, and I feel like you're not really allowing yourself to shine the longer you stay in this connection. This is kind of like a reminder about who you really are. You've got Song of the Siren, which is the call, the summoning the voice, and to acknowledge. So I feel like as time's going on, you're starting to realise that actually this might not be the healthiest situation and you want to step out of it, you want to step away from it, and you're being led to step away. It's just, you're kind of like gathering your power here, you're kind of gathering your strength. And I feel like there's this realization about who you really are. I feel like when you started this relationship, you may have been really insecure. You may have maybe struggled with feelings of self-worth. And I feel like in some respects, this relationship will have helped you a lot. It may have done a lot for your self-confidence. It may have made you feel more attractive. It may be that this person does see your positive traits and that can be really helpful. But it's time to it's time to admit that we're now at a stage where you're not really being valued for who you truly are, for the beautiful soul that you are. And it's maybe time to kind of get clarity on what it is that you really want from a relationship, what type of person you want to be in a relationship with, and how you want to be treated. So I feel for you guys, you are kind of getting to that stage where you're wanting to break free of this person, and that this person's, their grip's kind of loosening on you. My advice would be to try and cut contact with this person, okay? Because what I'm kind of feeling here is that this is someone that you maybe, you may go through moments where you're kind of listening to your intuition and you are walking away from this situation, but you're like you end up kind of being pulled back. Okay, you end up being pulled back and you maybe end up back in bed with this person. So I feel like in order to get away from this person, to move this on, there needs to be like a cutting of communication. Okay, so you need to cut yourself off from this person, cut contact, really stay strong, maybe even take yourself off somewhere else. You could take a break. A life's work, not a season, get off the treadmill. So I feel like for some of you, this could be like going to live with someone for a while, like living with a friend for a bit while you are taking yourself out of this connection so that you maybe can't physically go to this person, or taking a holiday to kind of get over them. So yeah, I feel as if like this is urging you to kind of get away to refresh your energy, and you will need to do some cord cutting with this person, and you may have to do it several times, is what I'm feeling here, because I feel like this is like quite a strong connection. You've also got yes, just say yes. I feel like this is like, want to go back to like this card here about this kind of stepping out, this kind of, dreams, desires, things that, are quite tempted to you just now, but the relationship is kind of taking over. You're being asked to say yes to yourself is what I'm feeling, okay? And what's interesting here is that this is like a pyramid of light, and the pyramid of light for me is protection. So this is telling me that you are protected regardless of what it is that you decide to do. But if you're deciding to move away from this person, I do believe you will be successful. You are protected. cut the cords and do your best to move on from this person. Put some time and space between you, and just remember that like every time you spend time with this person, like really pay attention to your energy levels, like, you know, like especially if this is a situation where it's kind of like there's like a build up between you and this person. You maybe like end up in bed together, and then it's over, it's done with, and then you're kind of back to square one, and then it's kind of like a bit of quietness again. Like, pay attention to how that makes you feel. Okay, and pay attention to how you feel afterwards, because if you're feeling tired, if you're feeling drained, then you know that there's energy that is being taken from you. Okay, group 3, that was your reading. If you liked this video, please like, subscribe, comment down below if it resonated with you. Do check out my protection series here on YouTube. I'm adding videos every couple of days. We're talking about everyday psychic protection skills, psychic attacks, psychic vampires, how to protect yourself, as well as some everyday and advanced techniques. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye.